Hello. Well, it's so nice to see you here. My name's JT Broughton. I'm the founder of Mystic Media, not that you care. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how the factory ad machine works. But wait, the marketing and advertising strategies I'm about to show you are extremely powerful and considered highly top secret. Let's start off first with some old school strategies to give you some context. On the screen here, you see some common marketing strategies that our industry has lived off of for decades. But they are becoming very dated, and honestly, they have flaws. For starters, they're definitely not cheap. The effective reach, or the amount of people that will actually see your brand and remember you, is completely unpredictable. The return on investment is impossible to accurately track. And at best, they fade into the backdrop of the on-track action. And at worst, they are completely ignored by people standing in line, scrolling through Instagram looking at memes, waiting to get another $12 beer. But by far, worst of all, none of these strategies actually provide a clear-cut path to making real sales after the race is over. And, if we're going to be real with each other, and I hope we can be, to see some real results, you need a more sophisticated approach to your marketing. And, if you want to win, you need a factory bike. I mean, hold on a second. Don't get me wrong. We're not completely throwing away the old school. The demo is still perfect. We need to just update it a little bit and make it a little bit more sophisticated. Supercross and motocross attendees have the highest likelihood to resonate with your brand. And ultimately, they're the ones most likely to buy. And moreover, the Supercross/motocross season is it's a great way to build a company or a brand that's recognized nationwide. And this goes without saying, but being part of the sport that we all grew up loving, it's really cool. But here's the deal. We gotta do it in a way that is profitable and sustainable. Now that we've given you some context, let's talk about some of those more sophisticated strategies, or that factory bike that everyone wants. With paid ads on Facebook and Instagram, we can use a when and a where to reverse engineer a who. That might sound a little bit complicated, so let's just give it an example to make it a little bit more simple. On January 4th, 2020, from around 1 p.m. to about 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, there were roughly 40,000 Supercross enthusiasts all packed into one spot at 2000 East Genotry Way, Anaheim, California. It's Anaheim 1, opening of the Supercross season. We all know what that is. Now, traditionally, when it comes to locational targeting, or geo-targeting as it is sometimes called with Facebook and Instagram ads, the best you can do is a 1 mile radius around an address or a drop pin. But, I mean, that kind of leaves a lot of extra people included in the targeting that are, frankly, irrelevant. Think about it like this for a second. Supercross races are held in stadiums that are in the middle of very heavily populated areas. So there's a lot of people in that 1 mile radius. Those extra people make the ad unnecessarily more expensive, and moreover, it makes it way more difficult to actually be sure that we're reaching the people that we're actually going after. However, because we are on the cutting edge of paid social media advertising, we can get around this limitation using some special tricks. And to make it so that, in this example, only people that are in Angel Stadium for Supercross will actually see our ad, and all those irrelevant people in the surrounding area within that 1 mile radius will not see our ad. That is a perfect example of how a when and a where can give you a who. Now, the cool part is we can actually use that in our paid ads on Facebook and Instagram to show up directly in the news feeds of everyone at the race. Now, this is not to be confused with organic or boosted posts. This is far more targeted than that. The deliverability is very predictable and relatively cheap when compared to the old school strategies. What this means is that everyone that you want to see your brand will end up seeing it by the end of the day. Now, hold on a second. Follow me here. The only thing we want to do here is get them introduced to the brand by showing them an entertaining video. Now, of course, we could make them an offer for them to buy products, but let's take a second to remember where they are. Supercross is exciting and fast-paced, and it is unlikely that people are going to stop paying attention to the on-track action long enough to pull out their credit card and make an online purchase. However, that's totally okay, because like I said, I'm talking that next level, top secret shit. Everyone that sees your video will have their info recorded and saved into something called an aggregated data list. This may sound a bit invasive and, perhaps even a little bit creepy, but all this means is that we get a list of people who watched your video, and Facebook puts their information into a sealed envelope. We can't see any of their specific information, but we know that whoever is in that envelope watched our video. And in the days, weeks, and months after the race, we can use that list to place new ads in front of everyone who saw your video at Supercross or Motocross. And here's the deal. We show up in their news feeds again, but this time we ask them to buy products. At this point, they're not at Supercross. They're probably at home. Maybe they're at lunch at work, and they will recognize your brand, and they will likely click on that ad and start looking around your online store. But don't celebrate yet, because let's take a moment to get inside their heads. They are most likely a male between the ages of 20 and 55, right? That's their demo. They resonate with your brand, but when they find a product that interests them, they will most likely stop short of that purchase because of some sort of internal doubt. Now, I know that might kind of sound kind of misty and not really sure what that means, right? So let's put another example. Let's say they go through a checklist. Okay. Is my wife or girlfriend going to kill me for purchasing this? And then they go, oh shoot, our anniversary is in 2 days and I forgot. And now they go into panic mode because let's say it's 2 a.m. and they have not gotten that thoughtful gift for their girl yet. What do you think will happen if they buy that product and don't have an anniversary gift? Yeah, you guessed it. Their girlfriend or wife is going to take that bike and they're going to sell that shit on Craigslist, and that person will never be allowed to ride again. So, like any sane person would do, they immediately leave your page, go to Amazon, and overnight some fuzzy slippers, a soft blanket, chocolates, and an anniversary card, and call it a day. And with utter crisis averted, they completely forget about the product that they were interested in. Now, before you freak out, I know we've been going through a bit of teasing, and you think it's going to make a sale, but then it doesn't. Just take a breath. Trust me. Again, this is totally okay. This is exactly what I expect them to do. This is where some of those top secret tricks that you get when you have a factory machine come into play. While they're looking at products on your online store, we are tracking their activity the entire time, and we can see exactly which products they were looking at. So later on, after they've made their girl happy on their anniversary and they've forgotten all about your products in your store, we place a new ad in their news feeds again, but this time it's offering the exact same product that they were so interested in before. This is how you create that personal experience that is centered around your customers' interests. And once they see this, they are very likely to buy. Okay, I just threw a crap ton of information at you. So I know your head's probably spinning. Let's take a breath. Let's slow down for a second. Breathe with me. There we go. Now we're all relaxed. Let's put this whole process together. We put your brand in front of people at Supercross using paid Facebook and Instagram ads. We captured the info of everyone who saw your video in an aggregated data list. We used that list to retarget them after the race, asking them to buy products. We track their activity on your store the entire time, and if they leave without buying, we place new ads in front of them in their news feeds again for the exact products they were looking at before. And then we get to the best part of all. We count the cheddar. Now, you could try to set this system up yourself, but do champions work on their own bike? Does Eli Tomac wrench his own bike? No, he doesn't. He is a professional mechanic that does that for him. So why not just have me, a professional, do the dirty work for you, the champion? You want to be a champion, right? Well, then you need a professional like me. Now look, I am a big believer in earning business instead of just asking for business. And in keeping with that, I'd like to give you a free strategy session where I will show you exactly how I would fine-tune the factory ad machine to fit your business. If that interests you, then all you gotta do is just pick a time to talk to me under this video. There's a calendar. You just pick a time and a date, and we'll talk. And I'll show you exactly how I would do it. And if you like it, then cool, we'll work together. If you don't, okay, we won't. And if you like it and don't want to work with me, you can just try it for yourself. But in any case, I want to thank you so much for your time today. It really means a lot to me. This is a dream of mine that I've been pursuing since I was a child. You know, it started with wanting to be a racer. That didn't work out because I wasn't that good. I found marketing, and now I'm trying to make it a reality in marketing. So again, thank you so much for your time. It really does mean a lot to me. Look forward to hearing from you. Peace.